again. Welcome back. Welcome to class 445. Wow, we're progressing. Okay, vocabulary and Li Tong today. We're going to start Li Tong, our Chinese friend from Shanghai. Shanghai. All right, but first vocabulary. We'll finish. Aspecto, aspect. Negocio o negocios, business. Costumbre, custom. Custom. Peligro, danger. Danger, danger, danger. Dibujo, drawing. Drawing. Flexible, flexible. Flexible. Parece un toro flexi. Flexible, flexible. Yeah, flex a cow. Es una vaca flexible, ¿no? Flex a cow, flex a teacher, flex a table, flexible. Flexible, flexible. Flexible. Vida, la vida. Life. La vida, life. Así es la vida. That's life. Población. Population. Population, population. Before the class, Marta and I were talking about population and communication from yesterday. Yes, because Marta's sister is an English teacher, right? English teacher, yeah. Tráela aquí. Yeah, bring her. All right. We'll put her on the spot. Okay, population. Desde que, since. Desde que estoy aquí. Since I'm here, since I've been here. Puesto que estoy aquí, empecemos la clase. Since, también since I'm here. La piel, skin, skin. Historia, la historia. History, history. History is a very interesting area of study. I like history. Yeah. Historical things. Prehistory and history. History, la prehistoria. History. Voy a desarrollar una historia de los cuentos. Todos desde hace 3,000 años que publican cuentos para leer. Y voy a escribir una historia de todos esos cuentos. That's the history of stories. El título es La historia de los cuentos. O de los relatos. La historia de los relatos. The history of stories. Luego escribiré toda la historia universal como si fuera un relato. And that's the story of history. So you have the history of stories and the story of history. All right, story. Cuéntame una historia. Tell me a story. A story. Cuéntame un cuento. Tell me a story. Eres un cuentacuentos. You're a storyteller. You tell stories. Estar de acuerdo is to agree. I agree with you. Yes. And you agree with me. So we agree. We agree. English is important. Do you agree? You agree. And I agree too. So we agree. We don't always agree, but usually we agree. Usually we agree with each other. Y estamos de acuerdo en estar en desacuerdo. We agree to disagree. All right. We're still friends, right? Even though we disagree. I disagree with you and you disagree with me. We disagree. But we agree to disagree. ¿Estamos de acuerdo en eso? En no estar de acuerdo. We agree not to agree. We agree to disagree. Establecer is to establish. To establish. To set. Establecer las metas. To set the goals. To establish the goals. Dejar. To let. Permitir. Déjame abrir la puerta. Let me open the door. Déjame que me vaya. Déjame ir. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Come, suéltame. Let me go, eh? Let go. All right. Yeah. Let me go. Alcanzar. To reach. To reach. Ugh. I can't reach the pencil. I can barely, por los pelos, by the skin of my teeth. I can barely reach the pencil and put it back in the cup. Reach. To reach. Alcanzar is to reach. Servir is to serve. To serve. Yeah. Yes. Last week, no sabes esto, no? I'm going to tell. Last week, a spaceship came down from another planet and landed on the Earth. This is a secret, but I know the information. I have it, tengo información privilegiada. I have inside information. Last week, a spaceship arrived near, what's the name of it? Near La Granja in Spain. People from the United States, from Great Britain, France, received the visitors from a different planet, and they managed to communicate. And the planetary people, the people from the other planet, requested one human being, one member of our human race, to go back with him. Yeah. And one person said, I volunteer. So one person volunteered to go to the planet with the aliens, alienígenas, with the aliens. And the aliens had a book. And they gave the book to the humans. They gave the book. The title of the book was translated to English. But inside, the book was in the alien language. Very impossible to decipher, descifrar. No. But in the front, the title, it said, To Serve Man. To serve man. All right, fine. And they gave the book. And they went back to their planet with that one volunteer. And here, the people looked at the book, To Serve Man. ¿Qué dirá aquí dentro? Hay que descifrarlo. We have to decipher it. So they gave it to specialists, a team of specialists to decipher, and said, this is a cookbook. Es un libro de cocina. Servir hombre. The poor volunteer, he's going back. They're going to serve him. Yeah, you didn't know this happened. That was last week. All right. Servir is to serve, serve, serve. Malgastar o desperdiciar is to waste. Derrochar, despilfarrar, usar mal, hacer mal uso de esto, waste. Escrito waste, waste. Suena igual que la cintura. My waist. Pero esto se escribe waist, A-I-S-T, waist. But the sound is the same, waist, waist. No desperdicies tu cintura. Don't waste your waist. To waste. Residuos también, como sustantivo, waste. Wastes, nuclear waste, residuos radiactivos, nuclear waste. Waste disposal, los desechos, como sistema para deshacer de los desechos por aguas residuales, etc. To waste. Waste management, la gestión de residuos. Waste management. It's an important word, waste. Don't waste your time. No pierdas tu tiempo con eso. Cuando es perder el tiempo en el sentido de malgastarlo, we say waste. Don't waste your time. We're wasting I'm wasting my time with this book. Don't waste your time. To lose time es porque no tienes, bueno, you lose time. Look, han adelantado la hora. Ahora van a adelantar la hora. Yeah. And that is to lose, we lose time. We don't waste time in this case. But to waste time es perder tiempo por malgaste de dicho tiempo. To waste, totalmente es totally. La pronunciación, totally. Totally, está bien. But natives say totally. Completely. Se dice más completely que totally, creo yo. Totally. Okay, inesperado, unexpected. It's totalmente inesperado. Una visita inesperada. An unexpected visit. Unexpected visit. Mucho consonante aquí en medio. Expected. Unexpected. An unexpected visit. Tratamiento, treatment. Tratamiento térmico. Heat treatment. The treatment, el tratamiento de los presos. The treatment of the prisoners. The treatment. Tratar a alguien is to treat somebody. Tratar con alguien, trato con Marta todos los días, I deal with. Trato con ella todos los días y la trato bien. I deal with her every day and I treat her well. She deals with me every day, trato conmigo todos los días y me trata bien. She deals with me every day and she treats me well. ¿Le trata usted o de tú? Eso es diferente to address. Dirigirse a. Me dirijo a usted de usted, de o de tú. To address. But this is tratamiento, treatment. Yes. Inesperado, unexpected, hasta, until. Voy a seguir enseñando inglés hasta el siglo XXVIII. I'm going to continue teaching English until the 28th century. I started in the 13th century, and I'm still teaching English. It's a never-ending story. Débil, weak. Weak, suena igual que semana, weak. Una semana débil sería a weak week. I prefer strong weeks. I don't like weak weeks. And Marta agrees with me. We agree. We prefer strong weeks. We don't like weak weeks. Weak. No seas tan débil. Don't be so weak. All right. ¿Qué pasa? What's the matter? Claro. Según la entonación, what's the matter? ¿Te pasa algo? Eso es preocupación. What's the matter with you? ¿Pero qué te pasa, hombre? ¿Por qué has tratado a la gente así? Why did you treat the people like that? What's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? Son casi iguales, y casi siempre iguales. What's wrong with you? What's the matter? What's wrong? What's the matter? Si no dices with you, what's wrong? What's the matter? Suele ser preocupación auténtica. ¿Qué? ¿Te pasa algo? ¿Estás bien? What's the matter? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay? Is something wrong? Is something the matter? It's easier to teach with the book right side up than upside down. It's easier. All right. ¿Qué pasa es what's the matter? Madera is wood. Madera. Viento de madera. Woodwind. The instruments. Woodwind. All right. Where are we? Litong. Litong. Yeah. Litong. Litong is sitting in the living room with his daughter. His daughter is only 8 years old. I think 8. All right. But we'll see. Litong and his daughter. Are you ready? Lo leo mejor así. Litong was thinking last night about giving up the idea of learning English. All right. Litong was thinking last night about, dando vueltas a la idea de, estaba pensando en posiblemente, abandonar esa idea, es la idea de aprender inglés. Eso de aprender inglés, Litong was thinking last night about giving up. Thinking about giving up. To give up is tirar la toalla. To give up. To think about is pensar en, dar vueltas sobre un tema. He was thinking about giving up. Gerundio, giving up. Last night, Litong was thinking last night about giving up the idea of learning. Otro gerundio con of is preposición. Litong was thinking last night about giving up the idea of learning English. He had already attended 6 classes, and he still couldn't understand a word the teacher was saying. All right. He had already attended, pluscuamperfecto con already. He had already. Ya había asistido a 6 clases. You remember Litong went to a language school near his house. You remember? He started with Peter. My name is Peter. You remember that moment in the first day of class about 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. But now he's pessimistic. Litong is pessimistic. And he's thinking about giving up the idea of learning English. He had already attended 6 classes, and he still couldn't understand a word the teacher was saying. Todavía no entendía ni una sola palabra de lo que decía el profe. Hay algunos profesores que no vocalizan, Marta? Británicos sobre todo. I get what you. All right. So, Litong was thinking last night about giving up the idea of learning English. He had all, la D de had, bisagra fuerte de trampolín. He had already attended 6 classes, and he still couldn't understand a word the teacher was saying. He felt embarrassed in class. Pobre. Sentirse violento, apurado. Porque, and Lee? He didn't understand. He couldn't speak and he couldn't understand. Sordo mudo, pobre. All right. He felt embarrassed in class because most of the students seemed to be progressing quite well. Most of the students seemed to be progressing quite well. All right. He had the impression, tenía la impresión, he had the impression that he was holding back the class. Yeah, to hold back. Yes, to hold back. All right. Imagine que es un tren. Yeah, this is a train. Imagine this microphone is a train, and it's going from here to there. Now, if I put my finger here, I'm holding it back. I'm holding it back. To hold is sostener, sujetar. Sujetar hacia atrás o es frenar. En este caso, frenar el progreso. Frenar la marcha del tren. So I'm holding the train back. And Lee had the impression, esto pasó anoche, Lee had the impression, es así, ¿no? Yeah. Lee had the impression that, es así, ¿no, Marta? Yeah? All right. Lee had the impression that he was holding back the class, or holding the class back. Pues por clase en medio o después. Aquí está después. He had the impression that he was holding back the class. However, thanks to his daughter, la chica esta, thanks to his daughter, he changed his mind before going to bed. Huh, all right. Antes de irse a la cama, ya cambió de opinión. Que estaba de capa caída. And he was down, depressed, pessimistic, but thanks to his daughter, he changed his mind. Cambió de opinión. Decimos, cambió su mente. He changed his mind before going to bed. Yeah. Resulta que el otro día estuve en el parque, oí dos diferentes, resulta que. It turns out, así se dice en inglés, torna, gira, fuera, literalmente. It turns out that when he told his wife that he was thinking about giving up, his daughter was doing her homework on the kitchen table. All right. Remember, Lee Tong's house is very small. They have a kitchen, a living room, one bedroom, and a bathroom, and that's it. Lee's daughter sleeps in the living room on a fold-out couch, una sofá cama. Fold, plegar fuera. Fold is plegar, to fold. A fold out, hacia fuera, couch or sofa, a sofá cama. All right, she sleeps there. And in the evening, Lee and his wife normally sit in the living room or at the kitchen table. In el office de la cocina, the kitchen table talking. And the daughter is doing her homework on the kitchen table. Last night, ¿qué pasó last night? in las palabras exactas, when, let's see, where am I? I've lost my place. It turns out, resulta que, it turns out that when he told his wife that he was thinking about giving up, his daughter was doing her homework at the kitchen table. When she heard her father say this, she got up and told him that English was easy. Papa, Daddy, English is easy. His 8-year-old daughter was telling the 37-year-old father, English is easy. She showed him, ¿qué es lo que enseñó? She showed him her English book. Silide Vaughan, digo yo. She showed him her English book. Yeah. And together they studied the first 2 chapters. So chica espabilada, eh? Yeah, 8 years old. Yes. When she heard her father say that he was thinking of giving up, she said, but Daddy, English is easy. And she showed him her English book, and together they studied the first 2 chapters. Lee had always thought that his daughter was a gifted child, and now he was sure of it. Lee had always thought, otra vez, la de had, antes decía, he had already attended. Do you remember? Ya había asistido a 6 clases en la academia. He had already. Ahora tenemos, he had always. Always, no already. Siempre habían pensado que su hija era una niña superdotada o dotada. He had always thought that his daughter was a gifted child. And now he was sure of it. Yo estaba seguro ya. She explained to him how to conjugate the verb to be. I am, you are, he is, she is, they are, we are. Yeah. She explained to him how to conjugate, conjugar, how to conjugate the verb to be in the singular and the plural and the first, second, and third person. All right. Not bad. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. All right. Lee was impressed. Wow, que niña. All right. De tal palo. Perhaps. Lee was impressed. His daughter was only 8 years old, and she was teaching English better than the English teacher. Better than his English teacher. They practiced the structures in the first 2 chapters for over 30 minutes. That night, esa noche, ya más adelante, that night, when he went to bed, Lee made a resolution. Un propósito de año nuevo, tipo propósito. Resolución es un propósito, hizo un propósito. Yeah, me propongo, pap. Lee made a resolution to continue studying English. To continue studying English, and or the language, and to make a stronger effort to understand what the teacher and the other students were saying in class. Esta vez salvado por la campana, no, salvado por la hija, la hijita. Yeah. So, what we have here, this is an interesting moment. Lee Tong was depressed a little bit, very pessimistic. He had attended 6 classes in the language school, and he hadn't been able to understand the teacher. And he had noticed that the other students were progressing, but he wasn't. So he got the impression, or he had the impression, or he got the impression that he was holding back the class, the progress. So he was becoming, perhaps Lee Tong was becoming a problem. So he was thinking about giving up. Yeah, he was thinking about forgetting about English. And he spoke to his wife at home about this. He told his wife that he was thinking about giving up, tirar la toalla. And his daughter heard him. His daughter was sitting at the kitchen table doing her homework, and she heard her father tell her mother that he was thinking about giving up English. And she got up from the table and went to speak to her father. And she took the book and she said, English is easy. And she told her father, let's look at this book. And they opened to the 2 first chapter 1 and chapter 2. And she taught her father. She taught, past tense of teach. She taught her father how to conjugate the verb to be in the present tense and in the first, second, and third person singular, and in the first, second, and third person plural. And they spent 30 minutes together. Lee was impressed. He had always been proud of his daughter, orgulloso, proud of his daughter. And he had always thought, siempre había pensado, pluscuamperfecto, he had always thought that his daughter was a gifted child. Gift is regalo. Ahora, gifted no es regalado. Gifted is dotado, con un don de Dios. A gifted child. And he was impressed. And he made the decision to continue with English. And we'll continue tomorrow. Take care.